It's NBA Sports. I'm Ed Cohen. Great to be joined by Jay Williams for what should be a terrific matchup here tonight. From TD Garden in Boston, tonight, the Boston Celtics taking on the Chicago Bulls. The Bulls begin the game with the basketball.
Ed, I'm going to gloat about my old team here for a second. Did you know the Bulls are the only NBA franchise to win multiple championships and never lose an NBA Finals series in their history?
6-0 right now. It helped to have a guy named MJ. But, Jay, think about this. If he's not gone those 2 seasons, maybe it's 8 straight Finals wins. Dunn to Levine. Porter to Parker. Driving right to the basket. Count it. No and one. There was some contact there.
As a team, when you establish your dominance in the paint early, it's critical to your offense because it eventually opens up the perimeter down the stretch.
Levine to Parker. Shot from the lane won't go. Big finish at the rim.
Just wait a second, Ed. Wait 1 second. Can we go back to the play before this great play that we just saw? Just because you have a bad offensive possession, you can't allow that to go down and reciprocate itself on the defensive end. One bad play does not make 2 bad plays. You have to bounce back. That's how you play this game.
Levine to Parker. Jabari Parker, 2 for 3 now here in the first.
You normally don't see that, but that's the type of thing that keeps shooters in the league for a long time. Every once in a while, they venture into the paint.
Levine to Wendell Carter. And he's fouled. Earns a trip to the foul line, Jay.
Guys like Gary Payton would always take ones early like this all the time. Number 1, to see if they'll get caught. And number 2, to leave a little mark on you to remind you that they'll be on you all game long.
Wendell Carter at the line. And he connects on the first free throw. No good on the second. It's a 1 of 2 trip. Yes, and the foul. And a chance at 3 coming up.
And I know there's so much excitement about the play, but everybody looks at the player. More people need to pay attention to the guy at the end of the bench, the strength and conditioning coach, because this kid's been putting in the time and effort every day in the weight room.
Free throw up and good. Gives him a 2-point lead. Desperation shot here from half court. We've played one here at TD Garden with the Celtics on top. Jay and I back to Boston. After this, you're tuned into the NBA on EA Sports. First quarter down as we get ready. To Cantor. Throws it down.
Well, when you play for each other and not just for yourself, that's when great things happen. you essentially lose yourself in what the team is trying to accomplish. It's called unselfish basketball. And there's nothing more beautiful than rewarding your teammate with a nice pass and letting them finish for 2 or 3 points.
Nice pass to get things going.
As my mother would say to the defender, A for effort, F for results.
Tough-looking shot there. Still gets it to go down.
He's been doing this for years, the physicality in which he plays. No one wants to see that. You're going to leave the game with black and blue marks all over your body.
With the interception. He throws it down.
And cutting hard in transition is one of the most underrated things about this game. The harder you can cut is the more it opens up the floor to make plays just like that.
That misses with 2 seconds to go. That's it for the first half. The Celtics way out in front.
And that concludes our halftime report. Thanks for joining us. And see you again after the game.
Come in. Got him. Be up, baby. Be up.
Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a 3-point play.
The offense has very little to lose on those type of plays if they know they can, number 1, create contact, and number 2, still get the ball up. You need to assert yourself fully on the defensive end by initiating the contact and not allowing the offensive player to get that ball above his waist.
One free throw up and good. The lead now 14. Bulls with it. To Porter. Nice pass to set things up. Gets it to go. Someone clearly missed their rotation.
The one thing we know for certain in this league, it doesn't matter how big the margin is, you can always put together a run and get back in this one.
And the finish at the rim.
When the ball's in his hands, we all knew what was going to happen.
To Chris Dunn. Porter to Chris Dunn.
Right.
Levine to Wendell Carter. From the outside, no good. Stuffs it down with authority.
It's easy to become mesmerized when you watch a player who can create off the dribble. We call that dancing. When you allow a player to dance with that much space, that's Prob City.
To Parker. Carter.
Shoot it. I got rebound.
Oh, he had it. Stuffs it down with authority.
I know there's that old saying that says one man can't beat 5, but we're watching one man carry 4 other players. His back has to be hurting. Another big-time finish.
Dunn to Parker. Finish that. Enes Kanter sends it away.
Sent a message on that one, Ed.
And count the basket.
That's a strong finish. Regardless of contact, finishing strong is key.
Bulls with the basketball. Levine to Parker. Fires the 3. That no good. Off the mark. Stuffs it down with authority. Now whistle. We'll get a timeout called by Chicago as their coach wants to get a word in with his guys here in this 3rd quarter. Time to adjust. Both coaches making changes on the floor. To Josh Hart. Parker. That's no good. Runner's good there.
Attack mode isn't a switch that you can just turn on and off. He needs to do more of that. We need to see him penetrate, get into that lane, and create.
To Josh Hart. Here comes the screen. Doesn't get the bounce.
We call some of these players practice players. You know, the guys that make 5 out of 10 shots in practice, but then all of a sudden they're not gamers because then they're making 1 of 10. That's exactly what you want him to do. You want him to take those kind of shots.
Watch that cutter.
To Parker. 4-3. And Boston has the rebound. Nothing going here on that drive. 20-footer at the buzzer. Almost, but no good. 3 quarters down, the Celtics own a comfortable lead. The Bulls in possession as we start the 4th quarter. And this has not been one of their better performances to this point. They've been out of sorts all afternoon.
And one of the most difficult challenges we have in this life is when we bring our personal life into our workspace. It looks like they were never in the game to begin with.
Nothing going here on that drive. 5 to shoot for the Bulls. Levine shot no good.
Your contest was great because of your proximity to the player. You forced his follow-through to be cut short, which made him short-arm the shot.
And it's Kanter. Small sample size, but making the most of it. He's 1 for 2.
Well, we got a chance to firsthand watch something be created. I think we just watched an epidemic of passing. I've never seen something like this before. It was so contagious, everybody started to do it, and it ultimately led to the other team's demise.
If that's an epidemic, sign me up. To Porter. Not going down for him this time.
The most important thing a shooter can do is continue to shoot. The defense is always going to give great effort, but it's more of your psyche that goes into the next shot that will limit you on whether you make the shot or not.
Here comes the screen. Walker lobs it up, flushes down the slam. At this point, they're twisting in the wind.
Were you looking for a response from me? Because I don't really know what else there is to even say. I mean, is this even a game? I mean, we should just start packing up and getting ready to go right now.
Both coaches hitting the reset button. Fresh legs coming onto the floor. Hart to Zach Levine. Gets it in the right corner. Parker. Boston secures the rebound. And throws it down.
And when you get your prescription, you take your medicine and you call it a day.
Levine. Great pass to set it up. Jabari Parker rocking the rim.
And easy too. Get back on defense.
My ball.
To Kanter. And it's Kanter. Quiet night, but 2 for 3 in the contest right now.
You know, it reminds me, Ed, of a story a legendary coach once told me. He said, if you ever get in a fight, you're not going to hit somebody with an open hand, correct? You'll probably break a finger. But if you hit somebody with the fist, what is that? That's 5 fingers working collectively together as one. That's how you deliver a knockout punch, and that's what we're seeing tonight.
Gets it to go. Could have been more. A lot of contact, but no foul.
No doubt about where that one was headed.
Turns and slams it down.
clearly not afraid of the spotlight here because that was not an easy look.
Bulls with the rock. Hart. Great dish to set it up. Finishing inside the paint on that one.
That's what I'm talking about, Ed. It's that simple. Put the ball in the bucket.
The drive, right to the basket. The crossover, gets inside, and the slam dunk.
It can only be one of two things here. One, the defender ran out of gas. Or two, this dude is just unstoppable.
Hart to Porter. Parker. Off the mark. No good. Count the basket. A lot of contact. No foul.
Ed, sometimes less is more. Keeping it simple is the best way.
Levine to Josh Hart. Passed it off. Whoa! What a finish!
We call that get your money and put it in the bank.
Double, double, double.
Count the basket inside.
Did you see the way that dribble freed him up? It created so much space. I did, but the defender didn't.
Hart to Levine. Parker. He still can't find his range from deep. It's no good. Nice touch around the basket with the tip. Now the Celtics going to use a timeout. High fives all around. This game is well in hand in the final minute.
As a player, this doesn't always happen, but it's a beautiful thing when everybody is allowed to be on the same page. Scouting report is being executed. You're being efficient with your jump shooting. Your passes are crisp. You're listening to the coach on the sideline, and everything is working your way. You have to really appreciate these type of moments in the game of basketball.
Wide open. Too easy. You can't give him that look.
Ooh, cool, calm, and collective. The 3 C's. His handles are effortless.
Got it. Parker. Wide open look, won't go. Long heave from 3/4 court. It's a victory here for the Celtics as they win this one in very convincing fashion. For Jay Williams and all our crew, I'm Ed Cohen saying so long for now. This has been a presentation of the NBA on EA Sports.
Hey everyone, it's Jalen Rose, and it's time for the EA Sports post-game wrap-up. The Celtics put on a show in a blowout. You ask me, and I'll tell you, it was the ball movement that made all the difference. There's something to be said for a team that can win as a group, and that's what happened here today. The Celtics got their score from the guys you're seeing here on screen.
Player of the game.
I like this choice because he really put on a show in this game. There's a reason he's a fan favorite.